Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our 2012 NFL Draft Grade Special on the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to take a look back at their draft selections to see how well they did this past April.
2011, the Eagles had issues on defense. 2012, the Eagles shouldn't have issues on defense with the way they attack their defensive needs in this draft. I look at what I like most about this Eagles draft. Getting defensive help and getting that defense better is key. They got a guy in Fletcher Cox in the first round who can play that wide nine technique better than anyone in the country. 6'4", 298 pounds, pushes the pocket real well, very explosive tackler. And you also look at getting a guy in the second round, Michael Kendricks, the linebacker. You add him to a linebacking core now with D'Amico Ryan and company. They're going to do a great job out there and stuffing the run. Benny Curry is another guy that did exceptionally well at Marshall. All he did was live in the backfield and make game-changing type of plays for the Thundering Herd. And also getting cornerback Brandon Boykin. This guy is a spark plug, always around the football, always making game-changing plays, not afraid to go in there and tackle, and also helps you out in the return game. So he brings you a lot of versatility for your defense. I think he's instantly better than Huselio Hansen and also Curtis Marsh. And you look at the offensive side of the football, getting a guy in Marvin McNutt that's a very underrated wide receiver, has tremendous hands, and one of those guys that just always has a knack for the big play. The only questionable things I have about the Eagles draft is that they made two questionable picks on offense. Nick Foles doesn't really fit what they want to do out there in Philadelphia. He doesn't have the mobility. He has horrible footwork, actually. And Bryce Brown, the pick from Tennessee/Kansas State, is a head case off the field and doesn't really have the production on it to warrant being picked ahead of guys like Chris Polk and company. With all the production at the University of Washington, it surprised me that Chris Polk went undrafted. That's why I think he's going to be the undrafted free agent to make this team. All that production, all those touchdowns, all those yards, the hip didn't seem like an issue in college, and I don't think it's going to be an issue for him at the next level. I give the Eagles an A in this draft. You look at the issues they had last season. The defense couldn't stop anybody. They add D'Amico Ryans. They get their second year in Juan Casillo's system. And then they go ahead in the draft and get quality players to either start or back up the starters that they already have. A very talented roster defensively. And you look at the offense. If they could just stay healthy, this team is one of the more dangerous teams in the league. And the Eagles should be in the hunt for a Super Bowl title if they can stay healthy and stay consistent. I want to send a huge shout out to these Eagles fan sites for showing Football Game Plan support.